Up until recently, Iron Valiant was kind of slept on. All the talk was about Iron Hands and then Roaring Moon, but Iron Valiant is starting to pick up some steam as players start to figure out how busted Iron Valiant is. And we've seen a bunch of variants of Iron Valiant, and we're going to try and cover a bunch of them on the channel. But I will admit, Iron Valiant's kind of hard to play, especially the Urshifu variant and the Jolteon variant, which I've tried. I tried those first, and I had a lot of issues with the Manaphy getting in the way and the damage output being a little weird. But I have found a variant of Iron Valiant that I really like here, and it features Entei. I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this Iron Valiant deck featuring Entei. Before we get into this video, quickly wanted to let you know that I am fundraising for Extra Life, a network of 170 hospitals taking care of thousands of kids every day. 100% of the proceeds go towards the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. It's an absolutely wonderful cause. And if you donate through my Extra Life campaign, you can get some sweet rewards, including a signed Pokemon card from me and some 4x6 prints of my spray paint art, including this Pikachu print, this Mew print, a Mario Kart Rainbow Road spray paint art painting, and a original waterfall painting from me. So if you would like to support a wonderful cause and get some sweet rewards from me, hit the link in the description below. Thank you so much for your support and your consideration. Now let's go back to the video. Shout outs to ASDF Becker. Let me just get the name right. ASDF Becker, who was the person who cooked up this list. At least I believe I saw this on the results of the Pokemon Battle Park tournament. They came in second place with this deck, going 8-1-1. And in my opinion, I think this deck is awesome. So let's go and start. We've got Iron Valiant EX, who has HP 220. It is a psychic Pokemon. It is actually weak to metal, which is very good because metal is, well, I guess Goldengo is out now, but I think the verdict is still to be seen on Goldengo. Regardless, it has the ability, Tachyon Bits, once during your turn, when you move Iron Valiant into the active, you get to drop 2 damage counters wherever you want. And Iron Valiant, you can have up to 4 of them on your bench. So you can just drop an extra 8 damage counters wherever you want, which you can use to soften up bigger Pokemon or take KOs on smaller Pokemon, which we've got 4 of the Iron Valiants in here. And one of the things you can do is use the Medicham for the Yoga Loop play, where for 2 colorless energy, you drop 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And if you KO this way, you get to take an extra turn. And being able to do that, get that extra turn, potentially get more knockouts, absolutely phenomenal. On top of that, we also have Entei V. It does have the ability Fleet-Footed, lets you draw a card, but really we're here for Burning Rondo, which for 1 fire and 1 colorless energy does 20 damage, plus 20 more damage for each Pokemon on each bench, yours and your opponent's. And the reason I prefer this version of Iron Valiant at the moment is that I like having a big damage attack to the active. So once you're done all your switching, you can end with a big flourish to the active. And instead of worrying about like a Jolteon 100-100 and potentially losing the bench damage because of a Manaphy or Urshifu, anything like that, you can just swing big with Entei in the active. Is this the best way to play Iron Valiant? I don't know, but this is the way that I like to play right now. So we've got 4 Iron Valiants here, 4 Entei, 1 Medicham. We've also got 1 Squawkabilly, which is an important card in this deck. During your first turn, you get to discard your hand and draw up to 6 cards, which gives us more opportunities to potentially get an Iron Valiant Donk. This is a deck that can win on the first turn going first. If your opponent only has 1 small, low HP Pokemon, you can just move the Iron Valiants around and take the KO that way. And then in Desperation, we do have a Radiant Charizard with its Excited Heart ability, kind of negates your attack cost based on the number of prizes your opponent has taken. So if they've taken 4 prizes, you can do Combustion Blast for only 1 fire energy. For trainer cards, we've got a ton of Switch cards here, including 4 Switch, 4 Switch Cart, and 4 Escape Rope, so we can get the Iron Valiants dancing around the board. We've got 1 copy of Earthen Vessel to grab our fire energy out of the deck, 1 copy of Lost Vacuum. This deck absolutely dies to Path to the Peak, and you really want to make sure you have a bump for that. So on top of Magma Basin, which also can bump Path to the Peak while also accelerating energy, we want to get rid of Path to the Peak whenever possible. 2 copies of Future Booster Energy Capsule. It makes your future Pokemon do 20 more damage, but we have no energy to attack with Iron Valiant here. This instead gives us free retreat, and free retreat on Iron Valiant is great because it just gives us an extra switch when needed. 4 copies of Battle VIP Pass on your first turn. You play this and you can bench 2 Pokemon. This is amazing for getting our bench down, especially since we want to go wide with our bench, get as many Iron Valiants down. Though we also have a new card here, Techno Radar, where you have to discard a card to play it, but you get to search for 2 future Pokemon, and this isn't limited to the first turn of the game. So it's kind of like a VIP Pass for Iron Valiants that you can play at any time, and that's pretty sick too. 2 copies of Forest Seal Stone can get us that 1 piece that we need, whether it's a Switch card, a boss, what have you. We've got 3 copies of Nest Ball. Again, more getting our basics down. 3 copies of Colress's Experiment. Let's just look at the top 5 cards of our deck. Keep 3, throw 2 in the Lost Zone. We're not really interacting with the Lost Zone here. We're really just trying to dig into our deck and also hold on to our cards, because this is a deck where at times we want to hold on to those combo pieces like those switches and switch carts, and Colress's Experiment is great for that. We still have 4 copies of Research though. Discard your hand, draw 7, some discard synergy with the fire energy, and also just continuing to dig as fast as you can into your deck. And then last but not least, 1 copy of Boss's Orders. We don't have as many boss here because we are using the Tachyon bits and hopefully taking snipe KOs that way. Last but not least, an interesting mix of energy. We've got 6 fire energy, 2 double turbos. These are for the Medicham, and 2 jet energy, which can be used to move Iron Valiants in and out. But usually it's going to move Entei into the active after an Iron Valiant, and hopefully you've got some fire energy on there so you can attack as well. So your general game plan is you want to soften up as many targets, or soften up key targets with your Iron Valiant. You are going to then try and Yoga Loop where possible on the Medicham. If not, you're going to try and end each turn with a massive attack from Entei V. And then, yeah, in the end game, we do have a Radiant Charizard to hopefully bail us out of a jam. Let's get to these matches. Yes, let's go first. Let's see if we can pull off the turn 1 donk. I have had it happen before, though it is, admittedly unlikely. We'll go with the Entei in the active. Hopefully we can grab like a Battle VIP Pass or something. I want to do more than just Iron Valiant for 1. That would suck, right? That would suck if we only hit Oddish. What the heck? I have no idea what we are up against right now. Let's actually get a VIP Pass right now, and we will start. Actually, let's fleet-footed first. We can get our guaranteed card. Yeah, for sure. Fire energy is fine. Let's go bench an Iron Valiant, and let's go and grab ourselves a Battle VIP Pass, where we will grab ourselves. Yeah, actually, can we get the donk here? If we go Iron Valiant, yeah, I think we can just donk for the win here. Let's just go and make quick work of our opponent here. So we go 20. Oh, this is incredibly unfortunate for our opponent here. 40. Starting turn 1, small Pokemon. We are never gonna know what deck they were running, and this is over. Geez, that is, yeah, that's the all right, video's over. We don't need to see anything else. No. Yeah, this is one of the new dangers of the Pokemon trading card game for the foreseeable future. With, yeah, starting small Pokemon. I have no idea what the heck we were up against, but Iron Valiant with that Tachyon bits, and if you get the Wombo combo, you can just win on turn 1 before your opponent gets to do anything. And is it dangerous enough that Pokemon needs to step in and say like, hey, maybe this is a problem? I don't know. I've played, this happens sometimes, but it doesn't happen all the time. And I am still not entirely sold on Iron Valiant as a deck. I feel like it has a ton of potential, and we're going to see a ton of applications for it. I don't necessarily think this is like ban-worthy material just yet, but we'll take the win on that one. And I'm glad we could get this on video so that you can see that this is possible with Iron Valiant. GG's. Yes, we would like to go first. Let's see if we can get the turn 1 donk here. The first time I played Iron Valiant, my opponent unfortunately benched a Manaphy and could not do anything. Now, this is a miserable starting hand. Miserable starting hand going first. Oh gosh, we are against Iron Hands EX. Okay, let's go and get ourselves an Iron Valiant and a Squawk. Now, the Squawk can get punished really bad by the Iron Hands, which is a little problematic, admittedly. Let's go and get rid of this Fire Energy, and we'll grab 2 more. Let's go and put down the Magma Basin, and I really hope we can go and get another VIP pass or some Switch. Yeah, probably VIP pass in particular. Let's go and Squawk here. I could attach, let's go attach an energy on the Medicham. I know we have rapid energy, but just in case, let's go and attach it here to the Medicham. Okay. We get ourselves, yeah, now I regret doing what I did. Okay, that's okay. We can make this work. We get energy on the Entei. We get 2 more Tachyon bits here. And yeah, I wish we didn't start the Medicham. That part's annoying. Let's go and bring in the Valiant. We're not gonna, unfortunately, not get the donk here, but we do soften this up for the 1-hit KO on the following turn. Magma Basin only works on fire Pokemon, so we're not gonna do that on this next turn. Okay, I think we're up against chien-pao. It would be nice if we could get a research or something here. Actually, chien-pao is a bit of a problem because they do blast the Entei pretty easily. It would be nice if we can get a Yoga Loop play. I don't think we're going to get it here, though. I think we are just going to... we can go and get... okay, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80, 180. I think we are not going to play around too much here. Let's just go and blast this Iron Hands out of the game, and we'll get ourselves a little bit of extra ammunition. They were not able to get the Frigabacks down, so we're just going to blast for 180 here. Which, thanks to the... Oh, no, we're 10 short. I probably should have rethought. That's okay. That's actually okay, because we can... They still don't have a Frigabacks down. We can make things work here. Yeah, so we can still come back. Yeah, a little bit of a sequencing error on my part there. I thought that would have been enough damage, but no, it wouldn't have been. I should have gotten in another Iron Valiant and then used the Jet Energy. So now we're in a little bit of a pickle here. I definitely want to take out the Iron Hands. What's the sequence? If we can get... Because they're probably going to get a Frigabacks down, right? If we can knock out the Frigabacks, that would be... If they go double Frigabacks, then we're in trouble. Which I think they're going to do with the Nest Ball here. Oh, chien-pao. Okay. What we can do, we can actually Yoga Loop the Iron Hands here. That might actually be the play. And then we go on with the shenanigans and try and knock out this Frigabacks. Now, Pokestop's annoying, but it's not necessarily the worst. We do run a billion Switch cards. Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I think we Yoga Loop the Iron Hands. Let's go and Okay, Nest Ball. Let's go and hit the... Actually, let's fleet-footed first. Okay, we will Pokestop. Hopefully we hit some switch cards here. We do not. Ooh, that research would have been nice. Let's go and... Let's Escape Rope. And let's try and soften up the Frigabacks here. At least a little bit before we go in with the... Okay. Before we go in on the Iron Hands. So if we go... Let's attach the double turbo energy to Medicham. And we'll switch it up. We will take 2 prizes on the Iron Hands, and we'll get to skip a turn. All right. Now, if we can take out... Having to lose all this energy does kind of suck. But, let's go and research away our hand. Hopefully we can hit... Okay. We can't Yoga Loop on successive turns. Let's go and Pokestop here. Hey! Okay. If we go... What's the sequence? I probably should have thought this through a little better. I think we still get the KO on the... Okay, we're going to move the one on the left here. Yeah, we take out this Frigabacks and we should be okay. Right? Let's get silly here. And we'll move the 3rd Iron Valiant up. And we will go and take out the Frigabacks. And they still have no setup. And I will... Yeah, if we bring in 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, we're not going to take this out. So let's just wait. How many more switch cards do we have left? We have 7, 8. We have 4 more. So there should be 3 more switch cards and 1 more switch. And we could potentially Yoga Loop again. They're going to go double Frigabacks, as they should. Let's see if we have enough gas in the tank to finish this off. Yeah, so we need 3 Iron Valiants. I don't actually know if we're going to be able to get the Yoga Loop play here. We can try. We can try. Or we could just try and get the KO on... Yeah, Entei would be able to knock out chien-pao right now. Pretty easily. So we'll have to figure that out. And we do have a Radiant Charizard here with the Magma Basin. And we could potentially set up an end game dunk here. Okay, they are not going to get... I don't think they're going to get an attack off here. Yeah, okay. So, okay, Jet Energy's great. Jet Energy's great. That gets us an extra retreat here. Let's go and grab Switch Cart. And, ooh, Magma Basin? No, we have the Magma Basin. Let's go and grab another Colress here. Okay. So if we go, Switch Cart gets us 20, Retreat gets us 40. We're going to be just short on the... Okay, let's go and dig. Pokestop. If we can get 1 more switch. Hey! Okay. So I think we have it. I think we have it. Let's go and Switch Cart. And we Frigabacks. Let's go put the Future Booster on. And we retreat into the other Iron Valiant. And we switch again into the 3rd Iron Valiant. 6. And then my opponent must be so annoyed right now. Let's go and Switch Cart. Yeah, let's go Switch Cart. And we Yoga Loop them again. That brings it down to 2. Oh, actually. Okay, we get a switch. That actually fixes our one last issue that we have here. Let's go switch into Iron Valiant. We're going to do 20 to the chien-pao. We will free retreat into a second Iron Valiant. Soften this up again. That gets it down to 40. We jet energy up Entei. And we get the win. Geez, that was absolutely insane. Now, I will admit, like, it doesn't always work that way, but when you hit the combo pieces, this deck is incredibly nasty. And yeah, being able to take out the Frigate Baxes before they could get set up was absolutely wild. They were not able to get a single attack off in any capacity there. And what I like about this variation of Iron Valiant, I've seen Urshifu ones, seen Jolteon ones. I played a little bit of those, and at the very least right now, I'm not fully getting it. But I love the fact that Entei is just like a big attack that has a big attack to the active, and I don't have to worry about Jirachi's. Well, I don't have to worry much about like Manaphy and stuff like that. And Entei can still end a turn with a massive attack to the active. And in that scenario, it really helped there because we were able to soften up the chien-pao just enough to take the big hit on the chien-pao. GG's. Our opponent's going first, which actually isn't necessarily the worst. It gives us the opportunity for a, oh my goodness, yo, this hand is popping off. Okay, yeah, we get the Techno Radar. We can get our 4th Iron Valiant. We are up against the Roaring Moon deck, which is a little tricky, but we can dig very deep into our deck with the Squawkabilly, potentially hit a research as well, and potentially get a turn 1. We can potentially get a turn 1 Yoga Loop, depending on what they bench here. And yeah, this is one of the matches. I was playing the Jolteon variant first, and this is one of the matches I really struggled with. With Roaring Moon and the high damage, it's really hard to deal with. I would imagine if they're playing Force Seal Stone now, they're probably going to play VIP Pass, get a Squawkabilly with at least one of those. And I have a feeling we may not be able to get a turn 1 donk in the way I would hope. But let's see. Roaring Moon is a little bit of a weird matchup for this deck. Yeah, can be potentially very high HP, but also Roaring Moon Squawk. They oftentimes are not benching small Pokemon. You might get the Morpeko. Whew. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they play the Morpeko right now, but if they show big, then we could be in a little bit of trouble here. At that point, we really have to soften up a Roaring Moon. It'll be tough to say which one because we have double Escape Rope, so I'm very curious to see what they bench. The Greninja could also... But the Greninja's just like a little too big to be a Yoga Loop target. Like, you have to really work on that in order to make it work. Okay, they're getting a bunch of energy in the discard. So we know half their hand is energy. They will Dire Flame Wings to themselves. Yeah, where do we put our energy? I guess we put it on the Roaring Moon with the Capsule for the time being. Okay, oh, we had like pretty much everything we want here. And I think the play, let's go and grab... Ooh, yeah, we'll actually discard the Fire Energy here. That's actually perfect. Let's go get 2 more Iron Valiants. And I think we want... I don't think we're gonna get I don't think we're gonna get a Medicham play here, at least not for now, and I think that's fine. Let's go and get a Squawk. And let's go Magma Basin to Entei, soften that up. And let's try and soften up the Roaring Moon with the Capsule for now. And maybe they actually give us a... They'll probably end up with this Roaring Moon back in the active if we're going to hit double rope right now. So I think we put both on this Roaring Moon. Yeah, let's soften this up. That might be a mistake. Let's find out. And yeah, let's keep tabs on the red arrows to make sure we don't reuse. I definitely, if you're playing this IRL, I would absolutely get ability markers to denote. Because not on top of just like having to move all of these around. Okay, yeah, we get a third. Ooh, we get the Colress's Experiment as well. Let's go and 60. I think we might get the donk here. Let's go and Colress's Experiment. We get a Future Capsule, a Fire Energy, and another Colress. So we are going to get a free retreat here. We are going to get a second energy. Yeah, we are going to get the donk. That's pretty nice. Let's go and retreat into Iron Valiant. That's 80. And let's go bring in Entei. And now the big problem is, if they have a response, we are in trouble. So let's go and switch. Let's go and burn a regular switch here. Switch card is not going to help us. And let's go and... Yeah, we'll fleet-footed first. And let's smash for 200. Oh, we're still short. Oh, no. Okay, that's actually not the worst. That's not entirely the worst. Oh, man, I thought we had it. But yeah, they did not bench another... Oh, that's really annoying. That's okay. That's okay. If we get knocked out here, we do have... Oh, we can't Yoga Loop, really. But we can just knock it out with an Iron Valiant move to the active. So let's see how they respond. I mean, they put... Like, they're one E-switch away from getting the KO here. I think we do want to get a second Entei on the board, if need be. A Yoga Loop play would be really nice, but I think we have overextended our bench with the quad Iron Valiant. That's something I probably should have reconsidered. If we were going to bench the Squawk, we should have gone 3 and then... Yeah, and then we figure it out from there. Okay. Ooh, the Professor Turo scenario. That's crazy annoying. Crazy annoying. Oh my goodness. Yeah, being able to just remove that card entirely and throw stuff in the discard actually changes the math here quite a bit. And now I feel very bad for attaching when I did. Or focusing on that Roaring Moon. Okay, let's see how they play it. They probably Luminion here. Yeah. We could be in trouble. So this was a big mistake on my part. And now we are going to get punished. And we're going to have to figure some stuff out. Damn, I thought we could. Yeah, I didn't realize they had Professor Turo's scenario in there. And we're going to have to figure it out. Oh, they didn't play. Oh, they can't play it. Okay. Well... Let's go and Colress's Experiment. I probably shouldn't have actually played Colress there. Let's go grab Jet Energy and a... Ooh, I want to research, but I don't... I guess we have 2 Medichams in the deck, right? So let's go and grab these 2. And let's grab a... What do we soften up now? There's no way... they run double Turo scenario, right? So Let's go and soften up the Roaring Moon with the energy. And then we will retreat into another Iron Valiant. And maybe we soften up both of these to 10. No, let's put 2 on the 1. And let's go Entei and knock out this Radiant Greninja here. I think there's an argument to be made to start softening something up. Okay. Let's go and Rondo for 220. Damn. Really salty about... Now, they only have 1 card, right? That 1 card could be an absolute dumpster fire of a card. And we are still laughing. But who's to know? Right? If that is Professor Sada's Vitality, we could be in trouble. We actually could still be okay, for all I know. Okay, it was... One of the 2 was Sada's Vitality. And that's actually pretty annoying. Now, if they get the 3rd attach here, they will have to... Oh, they are going to get the 3rd attach. Okay. This is annoying. Yeah, I think we're going to need to hit an Entei off this research. And I don't know if there is much potential for a Yoga Loop play if they don't play. Oh, no. That's profoundly annoying. If they're going to go into the Moltres instead. Now, 190 is not the end of the world here, right? We can still take 2 prizes. Oh, no. I don't want to get rid of this Charizard right now. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We may have lost ourselves the game here, but we do get an Entei, which is good. I don't think there's any point in doing any Iron Valiant stuff right now. Actually, is there? We could soften up the other Roaring Moons. Or do we save that for... I think we do some. No, let's go and attack here for 200. I'll just take the KO and we'll figure it out afterwards with all of this stuff. So let's go hit for 200. Yeah, with what we have, we should be able to set up a KO on this Roaring Moon. As long as we don't get Ionode or Marnied here, but they don't... This deck hardly runs any hand disruption. Like, at best, they are... No! Oh, no. Of course, I just had to open my big mouth, right? What are the odds? What are the odds? That's absolutely horrific. Okay. 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 World is trolling me here. All right. We don't have... Okay, I think we end on the Escape Rope, right? So let's go and retreat into this. Let's go soften up the Morpeko. And let's go bring in this Iron Valiant. We'll drop the Tachyon Bits. And let's go bring in... Now, is there a world where... Okay, this one still has its ability, right? If that were them, I would bring in the Morpeko. Now, I am in an unfortunate predicament. I think we have to take this KO here and hope we can draw like a research or something with it. We get a Magma Basin. There is not a lot we can do right now. Okay. This is wildly unfortunate. Wildly unfortunate. We had it. We had all the cards we needed in hand, and they get the one Iono into Iono us into oblivion, and now they hit Sada's Vitality. This is looking very grim. We're pretty much gonna have to hit a draw card if we want to come back around. Oh man. Oh man. I think we threw the vacuum. No, we didn't throw the vacuum. That's insane. I cannot believe we find ourselves here in this incredibly unfortunate hole. Like that match was going so good, and sometimes Iono, yeah, we just lose. And yeah, we can retreat into Iron Valiant. Yeah, there was no... Okay. Yeah, we can't even retreat with the double turbo energies, which is a little weird. Yeah, I see why. Okay. And I guess we could... Yeah, we don't play the... Theoretically... Oh, they can Frenzy Gouging. Yeah, okay. We are done. We're not going to wait for this. That is wildly unfortunate, but it does show. I mean, like, did we really learn? Could we have sequenced that? I guess the big thing at the beginning where I was 10 damage short, and maybe I should have played that differently had I known I was going to be 10 damage short. And maybe I could have played that, you know, maybe not used 4 Iron Valiant. I probably got a little too carried away there. But also we just got Iono'd, and Roaring Moon is not a deck that runs much in the way of hand disruption, but they probably had one Iono in the deck, as I do as well, and they happened to have the one Iono in that moment. And because of that, we lost like all of our momentum and all of our switching shenanigans, and we had our other attackers and all our energy, and we just died. So unfortunate end to that one, but it's something that can happen to any deck really off of an Iono. So we're just gonna have to hold that L. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Iron Valiant with Entei. Again, there's a lot of ways to play Iron Valiant, and hopefully we will cover more of them on this channel in the coming days and weeks in the Paradox Rift format. I think Iron Valiant is a lot of fun. I also think it's very hard to play, and I find with all of the variations that it can get jammed up and flame out when you just get stuck with the wrong pieces. It's pretty miserable, but when you get the right pieces, it's incredibly sick. And I did want to say that last game there with the Roaring Moon match, I didn't say it in my wrap up, but the big thing that killed us there was Professor Turo's scenario. Being able to take 280 damage off the board pretty much doomed us at that point. I guess, yeah, the Iono and all that, but yeah, the Professor Turo scenario at the beginning absolutely destroyed us, and maybe I should have been a bit more prepared for that. It's okay. It's water under the bridge. It's over now. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got to see some of the highs and lows of this deck. Even if the lows come at my expense, that's okay too. But for now, I got to get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In Third Person. You can find me on Twitch at In Third Person, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.